2 and into actually now our top 16. OG Blood. Young Blood going up against Stunner.
OG Blood?
OG Blood, young.
That sounds like some really bad gang.
I had a rough night last night going up against Stunner.
Those board games get to you, Chris?
Yeah, it's...
Cellar of Town or whatever it's called.
Lemonade is dangerous. Ben, you're driving this bus.
You know,
are we starting off with Stunner here? Because I want to see this team. They're coming into North American Regional Finals. How strong are they?
Someone had an IMR. I'm just looking through.
Yep, you're
Someone
fine.
had it. Someone had it. Oh, they put it away.
It's probably the Hook man.
Laser sight? No.
Okay, so...
No, oh, there it is. He's
we got Hook rocking his.
I just want to see the laser. Is he using Gung Ho? No, he isn't using Gung Ho. So he's just
I think me and John are the only ones who use Gung Ho.
But maybe a reason for that.
Yep, probably. Yo, we'll see John drop a 50 bomb. Don't you wait. Don't you worry.
I love John. John's a really good player.
John, he's saying you're trash just like me. Double insult. How you feel about that? Uh-oh. Perplexed. Getting all kinds of swarmed. And that was a nice pinch. You saw the 3 blue arrows all at the same time just rushing into the middle from the 2 entrances. And now it's going to be legal. Trying to hold it off. Fears respawning on the opposite side of the map. That was a good break so far. And we're going to see about 10 more seconds left. Good contention there by Vex. I did not expect him to rush right back in. That was going to stop our opponents from picking up 6 additional points.
Yeah, that was kind of smart play from Vex. He recognized Fears, spawn on the next hill. So he could kind of make a play like that because ultimately if he died, where's he going to spawn? On his teammate on the next hill. So you can afford to do things like that. It would only be, Fears spawn blue side of the map. That's when you do not want to be challenging that hill because if you die, you're just going to continuously get that bad spawn onto the next hill.
All the opponents rushing in from green now to the roof. It's going to be Vex inside, picks up 1. Great help coming in. Perplex shooting over his shoulder is going to grab 1. And they will be tying up our score after 1:30 for the first time. Stunner with the lead in this game.
RV, you see the Young Gods continuously getting that snow spawn, and they're just going to flood that hard point, just trying to overpower them. Cute with that laser sight, going to pick up 2 kills. Looking for more, but oh, look at that.
Yeah,
so
like,
clever. He's like, yo,
I tried this. I do it on the reg.
All right, he's like, yo, don't even worry about it. I ain't falling. I ain't falling.
Uh-oh. Looks like sloppy shots, but he's able to make it work. He was so consistent from the games I watched at the Season 1 playoffs. And really, he can do it with any gun, but the ASM-1 is really that I think probably his strongest.
It's just so weird to only see him use the laser sight on it. Normally, you'd expect more people to just try and run it.
Yeah.
But it's literally, on a pro level, only him who does it. And it isn't like people going, yo, you dropped digits with this. I'm going to try running it. People just so content without it that they don't see a point. And then it kind of begs the question, well, I would love to see Cute play without the laser sight right now. Has it become such a placebo effect for him where he needs that laser sight to center his shot a little bit better? That could be the case.
Maybe. We got Tej spotting 1 charging in through the window. It's going to grab another one. Teammates going down, but Tej just turning and burning fools right here. What a performance from him and Temp so far. Temp, the one guy I didn't know much about, 13-6 to open things up. 3 captures already on a 2 streak.
The 3rd up top.
And I'm gonna make it. He's rocking fast hands. What else are these young gods running?
A lot of flak. A lot of flak jacket. All those hard points. Shino's gonna be running a little bit more of a selfish class, so you can see that just by the perks he's using. So you really expect to see him be trying to pick up a couple kills. Yeah, but he's at the bottom there.
Right
9-9.
I mean,
his teammates doing such a good job on the hard points that really there's nothing for him to actually do. Interchanging the hard point. Meanwhile, actually, no one from the Stunner lineup using flag. That's interesting.
And a lot of people running Trophy X, the double XO. They have Trophy in addition to that overclock.
That's a really, I haven't seen
there's
ever.
Let's see it. It's Perplexed and Vexed, right? The 2 Stunner boys?
What, running 2? No, they're all running 2.
Are they all? Okay, so Legal and Fears.
Fears.
Interesting.
But they're all running overclock.
Not
Trophy.
sure if I agree with this strat.
Not using
flak jacket.
Not using flak is.
What
or
are they
at least not
instead?
having
Are they
one
all fast
player.
hands instead?
They're just using your standard loadout. But they just don't have nades. They have no grenades at all. So no stuns, no EMPs, no Semtex, and nothing. But obviously double XO abilities. I mean, right now, not really working out for them. 126 to 42. And this is going to be the Young God team in the lead here. And ultimately, this is where it gets interesting. So this Young God team is running flak, right?
Right.
Let's find out how many players are using ISO. He doesn't have it. TJ does. Duke does. And Chino didn't. Oh my god, he just powered.
Yeah, that was a jump kick. Nice jump kick.
So
there,
2 of them are using flag. And the other team
that's being totally canceled out because there's no nades.
There's no grenades at all. So at
Although
what point...
TJ is running through his teammates' nades, apparently.
But
there's some at his feet.
But what's weird is, at what point do you recognize that the other team are not throwing grenades?
Me never.
And change class. Because at a high level, it's those quick switches which give you an advantage, because they're ultimately wasting a perk.
We were giving Iggs shit earlier, but honestly, he is one of the best at changing his class on the fly, adapting.
Right.
You also see Parasite with multiple classes ready to go to switch over. Fizzerp, another one of those guys. On your screen, though, I'm a bit surprised to see neither Legal or Fierce switching over to the bow at any point in this game. Every time we've kind of flipped through them, I've seen them with the ASM 1 and 10.
Honestly, when it comes to these young guys, to outshoot them in an ASM 1 is not going to be easy. Because their accuracy and their shot is just so on. The pace of the game which they play, it just seems like they're kind of... As weird as this is to say, it's like they're on a sugar overload. And they're like sprinting around the map, just killing everything. Right. That's kind of what it looks like. They just play so much quicker than a lot of other players. And that's really what gives them such a big advantage. I mean, right now they almost have a 100-point lead.
Yeah, 100-point advantage here. And
I mean,
this was one of my fears.
31 and 18, Chris.
Like a map like Retreat, I think we would see them performing a bit stronger.
Wait, Stunner?
Yeah, Stunner.
Right.
I don't think Legal and Fears are really that comfortable with the ASM 1. I mean, look at the kills. They're -9 for Legal. You got, what is that, -7 for Fears. Perplex, he's -7 as well. The only person who's even remotely close is Vex, who's -5. So everyone just simply getting outslayed by the young gods.
And that's something on Biolab, especially if you're not winning those kills, or you're not picking up those kills, sorry, you're not going to be getting time on those hard points. It's very hard to contest just to scrap time as you see Vex trying to pick up that first kill. Hard point still contested.
There you go.
Up the second.
There you go, Vex. I see you.
Nicely played. I like it. Can you find TJ?
Oh, you gotta hit that. All right.
Gets the assist there, but again, you feel like if you were watching someone like TJ there, he gets that kill.
That's done.
Right. Like that's not a factor. Maybe someone should pull out the bow for this Stunner team.
Do you know what I was actually thinking about today?
What's that?
Josh is like TJ's older brother, just by a little bit. I was watching him today, and just their play style is so similar to me. Josh, by the way, dropping most kills in one of their hard points.
I want to point out, not a lot of people kind of thought, when we were talking about the Epsilon team, and I was like, yeah, you'll see those both teams. Everyone was like, no, he's the weak link. Nah. Not at all. He can slay out of his mind. He's a clutch factor in S&D. He's very, very talented, which is why I'm kind of excited for that Epsilon squad, but who knows what they'll do when they get to Worlds. I would love to have seen some of these young players play at Worlds, how different some of the teams would be right now if these players were eligible.
Yeah, who are you going after first on this young god squad? I mean, is it TJ or is it Hoop, excuse me, because Chino was normally at the top of my list, but after watching him this past weekend,
I don't know whether that's just because of the teammates he's been playing with.
He doesn't have the support that a lot of the other guys do.
Which is definitely a factor. But for me, it's TJ.
He's choking in a lot of situations too.
Do
you go TJ?
I would go TJ.
Oh, I
just
go
because,
Hoop, without a doubt.
So the reason I would go TJ though is because he isn't afraid of getting those kills on hard points. So you know you're gonna have an exceptional player on the hill. Don't get me wrong.
Not afraid
Huke
to go
has he does an exceptional job in like CTF and uplink. But again, some of the plays that you've seen TJ do, plus when you incorporate movement into it, because I think this game you have to kind of rate players not only on gun skill but on movement. Yeah. TJ is by far and away better.
TJ is playing this so smart too. You saw him the barrels. This is a 3 streak now. 4, excuse me. Just saw we jumped on with his second kill. Now over to Temp, but Temp, the guy we haven't been showing nearly enough. Look at him, 37, 18, 4 streak of his own. He has been the monster slayer so far for Youngblood.
They're doing good, not gonna lie. Gino, 25, 28, just kind of doing him. Just roaming around. Not up to much.
Mean, man.
Anyone change class from Stunner? Or, I mean, there's Bal now. That's Vex who's kind of pulled that out. Getting closer to slaying even, but still struggling. You see Fears, he's changed his class. He brought out some stun grenades. He's actually just switched back to that double XO class. But honestly, it just comes down to kills. They just got outslayed this game. Horrendously.
43 from Huke, 39 and 21 from Temp. Temp 1 away from getting that 40 bomb. On the other side, Legal and Perplex.
He's so playing for the 40th kill. He's just like, I just want one more kill.
There it is.
Just give me my stats. I want COD stats to look at me like I'm a god.
Yeah, I think it's Legal and Perplex really need to step it up. Fears as well. Would like to see him go back to a bow for their next respawn.
Yeah, need to. That's for sure. I mean, Vex brought it out, but a little too late, in my honest opinion. Maybe if he did that 3 minutes earlier, this could have been a closer game, because don't get me wrong, they brought the game back for us, 217 to 171, the final score, for what was, for the most part, looking like it could be a 100-point club game.
I like it. Strong stuff for OG Youngbloods. That's what we expected. We're going into game number 2 after this. It should be either a CTF or an uplink. If we see a search and destroy, though, we know we're going to game 5.
I think we'll see an S&D next. I think they're going to do a best of 5.
Best of 5? I mean, yeah, we're already in the round of 16. It's 5-18. Guys trying to stretch it out, get some really good practice in here. I don't know. I hope the Stunner Squad can dominate in search. I don't know if they can handle the aggression, though, and I'm waiting to see. Will they switch it over?
It depends on the map. That's the first thing. What kind of map is it going to be? Can we see, you know, some of these young guys just be aggressive? That's the key to Search and Destroy on AW. Every time you see a team do really well, 9 times out of 10, they're just being very, very aggressive. They're forcing gunfights and they're trading, which is why it's interesting when you have a team stacked with gun skill that don't force fights, and you're like, well, you should, because you know you're going to win those gunfights. Be aggressive in S&D.
Aggressive. Come on, guys. All right, we're going to commercial break while we wait on game number 2's invite. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.